Good afternoon, parents. Today's video is about how to calculate the area of combined rectangles. A lot of times we'll have a weird looking shape like this, and we'll have to use the area formula in order to calculate the area of this very awkward shape. You can't use, you can't just multiply the length times the width here, because which one would you use? So what we do, we could divide this shape into two different rectangles. I want to divide it this way right now, leaving me with two rectangles. I have a larger rectangle, and then I have that smaller rectangle there. Now my formula for area is area equals length times width. And what I'm gonna do is, for this rectangle right here, my length is 5. Because it's a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So this side also is 5. My width here is 12. Because it's a rectangle, this whole thing here is also 12. Now, my length times my width, I always write the formula. Area equals 5 times W, but instead of the W, we'll write 12 because that's the width. So the area of this larger rectangle is 60 square units. I'm going to write a big 60 inside this one. Now, let's go over to this smaller rectangle. What we'll see here is we'll see that we're missing some numbers. We have some data that is incomplete, and so we have to use our whole picture to find the missing data. You can see that this entire side was 10 units, but this amount was 5. If the whole thing is 10 and this part is 5, that means this part here is also 5. Opposite sides being equal, this is 5. And if I wanted to label this part here, opposite sides are equal, so this part here is 6. Now the formula is still the same. Area equals length times width. So let's plug in the information that we know for this smaller rectangle. Area equals length times width. So the area of that one is 30 square units. I now have the area of a larger rectangle and the area of a smaller rectangle. I can combine these two values to get the area of the entire shape. I will take 60 plus 30 to get the value of 90. The area of this shape is 90 square units. If I had labeled it as centimeters, it would have written 90 square centimeters. If it had been inches, it would have written 90 square inches. But because I didn't give it a length unit, feet, inches, things like that, I am just going to use square units. All right, that's basically what we did today. The students will be seeing this again. It is not for homework tonight, but they will be having it coming up pretty soon as we get ready for the big test in a couple of weeks. Have a good afternoon.